Hello, I'm Mike Gordon. Welcome back to my perfect playthrough of Pokemon Yellow for the Game Boy. And last time I caught quite the haul going from 60 to 92 Pokemon. And now we are trying to get our... And now we are going to capture a few more Pokemon as well as... Well, I need some HMs for some of my new Pokemon since I no longer have Mew. I want to try to evolve my remaining star Pokemon this time. Alright, I'll be teaching Ivysaur Cut because Tackle absolutely sucks ass. Though it doesn't really matter because the final Pokemon that battle that Ivysaur will take on will be using water types. Pure weak water types. Regardless, I need to evolve my starters before making the trek to Cinnabar Island. So now that I taught my Pokemon their HM moves, I no longer need to hold on to them. So, where are we gonna begin? Well, we have either Charizard or Pidgeotto to fly us around. If I need Ivysaur in front of my party. We are heading down to Lavender Town, actually. And we have to bike through this gate here because there is literally a huge barricade that will keep us from surfing past that building. And first order of business are 2 Pokemon to catch via surf. And we caught the common one, which is Slowpoke. In red and blue, you can surf these waters all you want and you'll never get a random encounter. But starting in Pokemon Yellow, pretty much every body of water from here on out will have random encounters. Incredibly slow and sluggish, it is quite content to lull about without worrying about the time. I got the TM for payday. I gotta continue heading south because there are a couple more there is one more trainer on this route for us to fight. But more importantly, I also need to find one last surf encounter, and this one's very tricky. I didn't find it in time, so I might as well put off on finding it for now. Time to evolve our Ivysaur. And interestingly enough, I saved this trainer for last specifically for my Ivysaur. Because all this guy has are Magikarp. Ivysaur will gain a bit of excessive amounts of XP, but that's not gonna matter too much because they're just Magikarp. So I'm keeping the excess amount of extra XP to a minimum here. Perfective. Lost it. Ivysaur is evolving. And just like that, we now have a Venusaur. Yay! Stand up the siren, and there's still one more surf encounter to nab on this route. But we also have grass encounters that we can reach. And there's one Pokemon in particular that I really want to catch, though there is another that I don't mind running into. Okay, Pidgey. A bit of trivia, we have yet to catch a Pidgey at this point, so we're gonna take care of that now. Alright, we caught Pidgey. Very docile. If attacked, it will often kick up sand to protect itself rather than fight back. Alright, that's 3 Pokemon down. And I literally did this to manip an encounter with Farfetch'd because this Pokemon kept eluding me and there's a shit ton of commons surrounding it. Alright, I'm using Razor Leaf because I get critical hits and I know it ain't gonna kill. So in Red and Blue, this Pokemon was a trade exclusive, but now he's only available in Yellow. He's only available in routes 12 and 13, but it requires the use of Cut in order to reach him. Alright, we caught Farfetch'd. This is where reedy plants grow. They are rarely seen, so it's thought their numbers are decreasing. Alright, let's go surfing for the last surf encounter. Now we're Route 13, and man, this Pokemon just refuses to spawn. Actually, to be fair, surf encounters are very... They have low encounter spawns in Gen 1. That they don't really like to appear all that much. Come on! Oh, finally. I think this is supposed to be a 10% encounter versus Slowpoke's 90. But man, the percent rate for these Pokemon are way lower when you take into account that it's virtually non-existent. Alright, we caught Slowbro at long last! Lives lazily by the sea. If the shoulder on its tail comes off, it becomes a Slowpoke again. And I want to also pick up one item that I kept passing over every time I come down here. The item finder. I remember. You have Professor Oak's. You have AIDS? Alright, so we are collecting the item finder for catching 30 Pokemon. We have 97. Now, we don't need the item finder to collect any of the hidden items because we just have to examine the spot and it's ours. Plus, there are maps on the internet that reveal where all the hidden items are. Alright, so now we can head down to Route 13, and I completely forgot about the fishing encounters here. Oops. Guess I'll have to come back here later. Now there's one more trainer on Route 13, so we're gonna battle him with our Dragonair. Yeah, I'm gonna choose Dragonair. And something I need to... oh, God. Something I need to address. The reason why I forgot about the fishing encounters on Route 12 is because I didn't have any of my notes up when playing through this section. I was just playing along. So apologies in advance, I don't actually have all the necessary tools needed. I forgot to fish my encounters up. But I can focus on defeating all the remaining trainers on Trainer Road and getting my Wartortle and Dragonair that much closer to evolving. But wait a minute, what about Pidgeotto? Well, I already mapped out Pidgeotto's route, so no worries there. So I think we have to speak to this trainer now. Alright. And now, just using Body Slam. These birds can't really do anything to us because we're faster and stronger than them. Now, I want to be careful not to indulge too much with my Dragonair because I want to keep his level low enough for the Saffron Gym. That's also important. Super effective. Ash defeat Birdkeeper. Not ready yet. Most of the remaining trainers that we have to fight are bird keepers, so Dragonair's gonna battle them. Okay. So that's really all I have to say about it, is just battling a bunch of trainers. So, the question then becomes, when will I resume Gold, Silver, and Crystal versions? Because Yellow's pretty far along. I've got almost everything I need to commence trading. I'm probably gonna say, for a Yellow version, I would probably be ready at the I will probably be ready to move on after I want to balance out my trade so we don't get any weird content. Just checking the trainers, make sure I haven't battled them already. Even Route 15, I've battled 3 trainers already, and one of them's behind the bush. Alright, Birdkeeper South Doduo. Keeper Zafiro, good. And I'm just gonna use Thunderbolt on him. Make it an easy one-shot. I'm trying to figure out, I need to do the math in my head first. Oh boy. I say I will be ready to commence with the rest of the Gen 2 games when Yellow reaches the Indigo Plateau. That's probably a good one, because that means once we reach the Indigo Plateau, all the remaining Pokemon, I can literally be able to map out all the remaining traits I would need to make. And I don't think I'll have to worry about anything after that. Wartortle grew level 32. Come on. Yeah, Wartortle's very weak. And he doesn't know any ground type moves. I could have picked up Earthquake at Slowpoke, but no, Wartortle can't learn Earthquake. Blastoise can learn Earthquake, but not Wartortle. I don't get it, but whatever. So here's Dragonair dealing with yet another bird keeper. Hey, and there are so many bird keepers on these routes, it's ridiculous. But we're plowing through all the trainers in record time with Dragonair, so I don't have too much of an issue there. What? What do you want? Okay, I already battled him. So this is the new battle. Oh. Wartortle, use Surf. Alright, if I have enough damage, I'll use Bite or Strength to finish him off. I'm using Surf to wash down that Grimer. Well, I can't use Bite, so I'll use the next best thing. Strength. Duh. Blown away. Alright, and that's all there is. I would say once Yellow reaches Indigo Plateau, that's when I'll be ready to trade with Gold and Silver and Crystal again. Actually, I don't think Gold and Silver are ready to trade yet either. There'll be quite some time before they're ready. They will primarily be trading amongst themselves, though Yellow will also have their though they will also be able to interact. They'll also need to interact with Red and Blue as well. Wartortle, use Surf. Bite. Crash defeated Biker. What? You? Yes, me. I'm gonna take Wartortle to this fight. Oh. This is the girl that uses Pidgeotto, isn't she? That might have been a bit of a mistake, but that's no worries. I'll be able to fix that later. So, because of this, Wartortle's gonna be a bit behind on experience points for leveling up, but I've got a workaround. No worries. Wartortle can handle this junior trainer female because I don't believe there are any more lasses to fight. Alright, Wartortle's taking quite the beating, but that's fine. I take Dragonair down here. And we're battling this broad. I'm gonna use Thunderbolt here, and for the next trainer, I'm going to be Origin being a Horn Drill. Bullseye. Yeah, that definitely. I don't know. Did I make the right call? Would Wartortle have evolved into Blastoise had I battled Beauty with them instead? Don't know. Don't think so. Anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and battle these two bikers here. They're the last bikers on Trainer Road. Alright, bikers sell coffee. Yeah, we are just plowing through the coffins with Surf. Now that Wartortle's level 34, will we be able to one-shot Weezing as well? Now I'm spamming Surf on these coffins because I don't want to get hit with Smog or Sludge. I don't want to deal with the poison status. Bubble Beam. Alright. Now Grimer, to my knowledge, doesn't have Smog or Sludge. At least not level 25. So that was definitely a big help. Now, getting poison in this spell probably isn't gonna be as big a deal because this will be Wartortle's last battle. I believe this will be Wartortle's last battle on the route. Alright, so far so good. Let's go Surf. Alright, that's fine. Bite. Level 35. Great. And another Weezing. Oh boy. Please get a crit. Sludge. Okay. And of course I got Poison Hacks, and I'm out of Surfs. Well, that's okay, Volbeat will finish him off. Rush defeat Biker? That can't be true. So Wartortle will be about 2,200. Will be about. Alright, what trainer do we have left? He's gonna be about 2,200 EXP shy, so Dragonair's gonna battle all the remaining trainers on this route. Starting with these two bird keepers. Using Thunderbolt to one-shot the Dodrio, and let's see if Body Slam one-shots Doduo. Yes, it does. So I know we're at a high enough level that we should be able to one-shot this Doduo as well. Last, this is the last set of Body Slams I have left on my Dragonair, so I gotta heal up. That's amazing. So, here's another bird keeper with a bunch of strong birds. We're gonna be spamming Ice Beam because Ice Beam is faster. And we have plenty to go around. And by the way, it was when I used those Ice Beams that I realized, oh yeah, I skipped a trainer, did I? Because I realized I had all my Ice Beams, and I knew I was saving them for a Grass-type trainer or two. So that's when I realized oh yeah, I battled 2 of the 3 Grass-type specialists on this route to help Ponyta evolve into Rapidash. I should go back and battle the remaining Grass specialist. I'll leave this beauty here. And now we have to just take on this beauty with our Bulbasaur and Ivysaur. Ice Beam should one-shot our Bulbasaur. I believe it should also one-shot her Ivysaur as well. Alright. Okay, yes, it does. Good. Dragonair grew level 40, and now we've beaten every single trainer on routes 12 through 15. The only things missing are the 2 fishing encounters that I wanted, but I completely spaced out on. But I'll do it later. In the meantime, I need to get Wartortle some additional experience points. And I need to heal out the Pokemon Center as well. Now, there are actually 2 trainers that will give me just enough with maybe in excess of another 100 points extra. So, these 2 trainers should work out very well for me. Just making sure, yep, Wartortle's up front. And oh yeah, I should probably... Yeah, I'll do it later. Alright, Bicycle to... And this is one of the 2 trainer flies that I used previously in order to trigger an encounter with Messino. I don't need him anymore. So, Wartortle took him out during the Red and Blue playthrough. You'll be doing the same thing here. And the reason why the Charmander and Squirrel lines have such drastically different trajectories is A, the different points in the game in which they become available, in contrast to Red and Blue, and B, a lot of Pokemon a lot of trainers had changed up their teams a bit. In C, Red, Blue, the Charmander and Squirrel lines were essentially treated as traded Pokemon because they had different IDs from previous save files, whereas Yellow's Charmander and Squirrel didn't. It's also why Dragonair and Kabuto are gonna have different trainers, because they're treated as traded Pokemon. Though in Dragonair's case, the difference isn't substantial. Wait a minute. I don't want to get the fishing counter quite yet. I held off on fishing here because I realized the only thing I would get is a weak-ass Staryu. If I fish a little further, I can get the second Staryu a little higher level. And I can catch something else, but for now, let's evolve our Wartortle. This trainer is our second Magikarp specialist in the game. This time he uses 6 of them, and the first 5 will be enough to evolve my Wartortle into Blastoise. Unfortunately, Magikarp's a bit bulky, so gonna have a bit of a hard time dealing with these Carps. They're weak as shit, but they're bulky. And Wartortle doesn't have any other moves other than normal that can do sufficient enough damage against a Magikarp. Amazingly, none of these Magikarps are using Tackle. Spoke too soon. But ain't gonna matter at this point. And now, Wartortle hit level 36. And no worries, I still have my copies of Ivysaur and Wartortle from way back. Bite again? Darn Magikarp. Maybe you should not be using an old rod. Anyways, our Wartortle has now evolved into Blastoise. So now we are done with Blastoise. We don't ever have to use him again. Dragonair, you're going to take care of all the remaining trainers on Route 21. Alright, the Seeking here. So I'm going to be using Thunderbolt to one-shot. Here, I sort of got, okay, Bison, critical hit, that's nice. Thunderbolt to take out this Seeking, and the next one immediately afterwards. So far no red flags. I don't know if I would have one-shot the Goldeen in hindsight, but we are blasting through this Fisherman number 1 here. The other guy's technically Fisherman number 2, by the way. Dang. So now I'm gonna start using my Super Rod to fish up a couple of bird Pokemon. Water Pokemon? Okay. Staryu's now level 20. Had I fished in Peloton, he'd be level 5. And man, that makes a huge difference because otherwise Dragonair would have one-shot the Staryu and I'd be struggling to catch it. I already caught Staryu in the previous episode, I just need to catch a second one. Oh, it's a bite. Good Tentacruel attacked. Go Dragonair. Use Body Slam on this guy. That's fine. I'm gonna go Pokeball Go. Yes, okay, good. So now we caught Tentacruel. Its 80 tentacles can stretch and contract freely. They wrap around prey and weaken it with poison. So there's one more Pokemon for us to catch and we can surf for it. Since we're battling all the trainers on this route, that's totally fine. And this is the only trainer that stands out on this route. He has a cue ball. With a bunch of Tentacool and a Tentacruel. I don't know why there's a cue ball here, but whatever. So far Body Slam can one-shot the Tentacools, but we will need to use Horn Drill on this Tentacruel, because Tentacruel is far too bulky for EMI attacks to one-shot. Minus a critical hit, of course. Of course, we need about this trainer as well. Use a Seadra, and let's see just how bulky this the Seadra really is. I used Thunderbolt. He's not as bulky as Tentacruel, and yet it still survives. Okay, no speed drop, good. So yet another Horn Drill here. Okay, we defeat this swimmer. Now, we need to hope to either reach the next batch of trainers without an encounter, or if it is an encounter, it's a high enough level that I can weaken and catch it. Alright, looks like it was the trainers first. Okay, fine. Encounter is disgustingly low. Luckily, for those of you who watched my Red and Blue, me playing through Red and Blue, you know what Pokemon I'm talking about. Dragonair, use Thunderbolt. Has to feed the fisherman. Sorry, I didn't mean it. Sure you didn't. So fisherman here is going, so we are just gonna keep battling these fishermen. Surely we are strong enough to one-shot this Seeking with Thunderbolt. Shit. Alright, it's paralyzed. And it lands a Supersonic, of course. At least I connected with Body Slam. Oh, and there's a Golden Great. Okay, at least I snapped out of confusion. Man, these Pokemon are way tougher than I thought. Very, 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 very sturdy. However, I don't have 10 horn drills, so I gotta make do with what I've got. Okay, so it's one Pokemon, it's a Starmie, level 37, I'm definitely using horn drill. I can't one-shot a Seeking with Thunderbolt, there's no way I'm one-shotting Starmie. Will we get... Okay, we're almost done, so better late than never, I suppose. Level 35 Tentacool. Okay, I'll take it. Let's use an Ice Beam. Alright, Barrier. Another Ice Beam. And one last Ice Beam. No poison, no poison. Okay, good. Okay. We caught Tentacool, the pre-evolution of Tentacruel. It can sometimes be found all dry and shriveled up on the beach. Toss it back into the sea to revive it. And I'll just leave it in the box. So now all we have left to do is battle these two trainers here, and make our way to Cinnabar Island. Actually, we can't just fly away from this place. We gotta make landfall. It's super effective. 1345. Dragonair, use Body Slam. And I'm gonna use another Thunderbolt and hope for the best. I was able to get level 33 to Red Bar. Okay, one shot. Sweet. Yeah, lost. Okay, one last trainer to go. I let the trainer come up to me because I want to minimize my step count. So there's Thunderbolt. Another Thunderbolt. I'm definitely one-shotting these two Pokemon with Thunderbolt. So now I gotta head on south. Alright, we arrived at Cinnabar Island. The fiery town of Burning Desire. Here's the Pokemon Gym, Blaine, a high-head Quizmaster. Unfortunately, the gym is locked, so we can't enter it quite yet. This is what I meant when I said not yet back in Saffron. I realized that the shop is right on the way to the Pokemon Center, so I could put off selling all this crap for later, as in right now. There's one more thing I want to buy. I want to buy something. Let's see. Max Revives. I think 5 should be enough to get me through much of the rest of the game. Welcome to our Pokemon Center. Yeah, I want to heal. And, the rest of this episode is me making room for our next set of evolutions and our final set of mandatory evolutions of the game. I'm gonna deposit this Charizard. And Venusaur, and let's do Blastoise as well. There's nothing I need here. Let me find... Alrighty, Kabuto is in box 3, I remember that much. Oh yeah, I need Mew. And I think Mew's in box 7. Yes, he is. Come back to me. Not quite sure what aura I want my party in yet, so... Let's swap to box 8, yeah. And that's not all, I also need a Helix fossil and an old Amber. And let's drop off the item finder because we don't need it. And oh yeah, let's check Professor Oak. 122 seen, 100 caught. You finally got at least 100 species. I can't believe how good you are. I can. I can catch all 151 Pokemon Yellow without trading. Wait a minute. Wrong chambers. Let's talk to this guy for the TM4 Metronome. What's Metronome? It's a move that lets you randomly perform whatever move that exists in the game. And it's random, so I don't want to do it. Yeah, I am definitely going to let... we're going to resurrect Omanyte. And the reason why I chose Kabuto during the prologue rather than Omanyte is because I am able to map out Omanyte's experience pools a lot better than Kabuto's. Plus, Kabuto's special stat sucks. Which is also why I fed him the rare candies so I could battle with it as little as possible. So I'm going to give him the old Amber now so I can get an Aerodactyl. Note that Gold, Silver, and Crystal can all get an Aerodactyl through an in-game trade, so I don't need to trade Aerodactyl over into the next generation like the rest of the fossils. And yes, I have to leave the Pokemon Lab each and every time and then re-enter in order for the fossil Pokemon to be revived. Want to give a nickname to Aerodactyl? There's no room for Aerodactyl was sent to box 8 on the PC. Let's try on the PC. And I save my game well in advance, and I want to arrange my party so my fossil Pokemon and Pikachu are all first. Yeah, that looks about right. Save a game? Yes. Let's turn on the PC. Deposit. Deposit. And deposit. We are going to perform the duplication glitch here. And yes, we have to duplicate Pikachu because, well, we have to trade it over to Crystal at some point because it has a trade exclusive item. Note that this item is only available, can only be obtained from Yellow's Pikachu, not Red or Blue's. So I'm just checking, making sure everything's in order. And I just realized I also want to teach Omanyte Ice Beam. Let's pick that up. Dragonair already knows Ice Beam. And Wartortle's a Blastoise, so he doesn't need to learn it. Those PP ups could be helpful. Oh yeah, HMO3, Fly, Surf. Definitely want that. I'm gonna go ahead and teach Ice Beam to Omanyte. Kabuto already knows Blizzard. Actually, I should teach Omanyte Surf first. Does Kabuto know Surf? Yes, he does. Now for Ice Beam, do you know? Yes, he... Okay. Kabuto already knows Blizzard, so I'm not teaching Kabuto Ice Beam. So, I think we are good with our fossil Pokemon. Alright, and we're returning the HM for Surf back into the PC. And we might as well use a box save to save our game. Last thing we're going to do is read the Pokedex entries for our starter Pokemon. I'll nab the fossil Pokemon next time. The flower on its back catches the sun's rays. The sunlight is then absorbed and used for energy. Now for Blastoise. Once it takes aim at its enemy, it blasts out water with even more force than a fire hose. And next time we are going to enter the Cinnabar Mansion, nab the secret key, make a few more captures, and then take on the Cinnabar Gym Leader Blaine. Leave a like, comment, share, and subscribe to my channel. I greatly appreciate it. With all out of the way, this is Mike Goran, signing out.